feeling pretty excited. Got my hair did this weekend. Feeling kind of sassy. Felt a little awkward. My hairdresser's a dude. He told me that he's straight, he's single, that he doesn't need Viagra. That wasn't the awkward part. He was rinsing my hair, and you know, I'm all like calm and everything, just relaxed, and pulled my hair and I called him daddy. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, man. So, anyway, I'm newly single after 27 years. Me and my husband reached an impasse in our relationship. He wanted to keep his girlfriend. I disagreed. So, but you know, it's all good. Let me paint a picture of you, or paint a picture for you of the woman that my husband had an affair with. Have you ever been doing some deep cleaning and come across one of those old cheap-ass Q-tips? You know, the kind of plastic stick, all the cotton missing on one end, just a few strands on the other end, sticking up. Add glasses, buck teeth, and 2 hearing aids. Now you know what we're working with. So, after I put his ass down the road, he had the audacity to tell me that having sex with her wasn't like having sex with me. Duh. You know? So, he proceeds to tell me that she was like fucking a wrinkly stick that smelled like bug spray. All right, man. You know, cool. So I asked him, I'm like, so what you're telling me is that you left all of this to shag a citronella candle? Like, you know, good for you, man. Like, she might give you crabs, but she's always going to keep the mosquitoes at bay. He's like, well, you know, that's not funny. He didn't think it was funny either because I came up with their song. I'm like, I know what y'all should play at your wedding. What is it? Got no bugs on my mug? Or what is it? What the fuck is it? Oh, what the fuck?
Peter in the Peter.
Something. You know, that old commercial with the dog with the, So, the first guy that I went out with after becoming single, I met him in a psych ward. Now, I should tell you, I've never worked in a psych ward. So, you know, you figure that one out. So, you know, we go out and I go down, I pick this guy up at the homeless shelter. I'm not making this up. And we go and we drive out in the country to the end of a dead-end road and park in a heavily wooded area because people freaked him the fuck out. Now, clearly, I missed some warning signs there, but it was all good. We just sat there talking about love, life, music, you know, everything. And then he says, Nikki, can I tell you something I've never told anyone? Clearly, I should have said no, but I didn't. He proceeds to tell me that he had had sex with more than one of his biological sisters and a few of his cousins. I'm like feeling bad for this guy as a mother, as a grandmother, just as a decent human being, because I thought he was telling me he had been sexually abused. He had not. He goes on to tell me that it was after all of them had turned 18, that it was consensual, and that he now had to separate himself from his family because he couldn't help but have sex with them. Yeah, I couldn't get him out of my car fast enough, so that's why I decided to join a swingers group, which all my ladies are here tonight. I don't know where the guys are, you know.
Stop telling them that, Nikki. Stop telling them swingers. Every week.
Ron Drew.
It takes me 5 days to recover from that.
Okay, so does anybody have any phobias? Like, a lot of people are scared of spiders, snakes. I'm terrified of frogs. I'm not talking, you know, I think they're icky. I'm talking, I will kick a baby in the face if he comes at me with a frog. Like, I will kick a baby in the face. And I have no idea where this fear came from. I have no childhood trauma with frogs. I was never molested by Kermit, nothing like that, but it is like deep-seated in there. And it's just like, it's so weird, it's embarrassing. You know, people will be like, why are you afraid of frogs? You're bigger than they are. I'm bigger than a grenade too, but I'm afraid of them. You know, so anyway, whatever. So, I used to go to church, believe it or not, I grew up in a Pentecostal church with my family. It was a one-room Pentecostal church with like people from way down in the hills. I'm talking to women, you know, big beehive hairdos, dresses all the time. Well, I got kicked out of church because, see, I was born to entertain. And I got caught in Sunday school class imitating the women that were speaking in tongues. And that was bad enough, but the whole youth group joined in. And so I got kicked out of church for a minute, but this is honest to God truth. Our whole church youth group got arrested one time for, we went to fight somebody from a rival church. I am not making this up. And my dad was the youth minister, and he had to come bail everybody out of jail because we all got arrested. So, you know, not everybody can say that. But the other night I was walking home past the cemetery, and these three young girls walk up to me. They run up and they tell me, they're like, we are so scared to walk by here by ourselves. So I agreed to let them walk with me, and I explained to them that I used to be afraid to walk by myself when I was alive. And you've never seen anybody run so fast as these girls, but, you know, whatever, don't be a chicken. So, I love kids. I love kids. I don't like everybody's kids. I love my kids, you know, my grandson. But I have a nephew. He's 7 years old, and he recently discovered that I was in the delivery room when he was born. And so he asked me, he said, "Aunt Nene, what did it look like when I was born?" So, like, you know, you got to be honest with kids. I said, "Baby boy, it looked like a walrus choking on a coconut." Well, I didn't get any further in the conversation. His parents shut it down, you know, but whatever, you have to be honest. So I have a 2-year-old grandson, and he's recently decided that my name is Bop Bop, and he is the love of my life. He's also a weirdo, and this week he has been an asshole. Now, it is not illegal to call a 2-year-old an asshole. It's frowned upon, but it is not illegal because I have checked into this, because he is. He's had a rough week. Now, it's probably holidays, you know, they're all rough on us. But the other day he wasn't feeling good, and I came out, and he was sitting there all sad looking, and I said, "What's wrong with my blueberry?" Apparently those were fighting words, because he gets up, he starts yelling at me, and he's just learning how to talk, so I mean it sounded like he was speaking in tongues, but like, you know, he's got this little crooked chubby finger and he's pointing it, and I'm like, well man, you know, like back up. So anyway, he like calms down and everything, but you know, you just don't want to be like that. He's recently discovered his little Willie, and I had to sit him down yesterday and explain to him that he is not Stretch Armstrong, and therefore he should not pull on it like that. Like, I mean, I'm afraid it's going to snap like a rubber band and just come back. But, so he was pouting when I told him to put it away. And so last night he walked in the kitchen, and I let him go in there and pout for a minute. And I walk in, and he had stripped all of his clothes off and dumped an entire container of Lucky Charms marshmallows all over himself. So now here I am I'm having to pick pink hearts, yellow stars, orange moons, and green clovers off of his nads because he's sitting there naked, covered. I'm like, I thought that's something you were supposed to do when you were a little older, like feeling bad for yourself, naked, dumping food, you know. Oh, you guys don't do that. So anyway, he is obsessed with two things: vehicles and colors. And anything cars, you know, cars, trucks, motorcycles. But since he's just learning how to talk, he calls trucks fucks. And, which, you know, okay, I gotta admit, it's kind of funny and cute, but it gets a little awkward when we're out in public. He also, like, he likes to tell you what color everything is, but he says the word color before the color and then the object. So he'll say, like, you know, color blue fuck. I'm like, oh, yes baby, a blue truck. And it gets a little weird sometimes when we're in public because he's running through, we're going through the store and he's yelling blue fuck. And well, the other day, I thought this little weirdo was going to get my ass shot because we're going down the aisle down at Walmart and he starts yelling, color black fuck. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, like kids, stop saying that. He would not stop saying it. So now I avoid the aisle with the light bulbs and the extension cords at all costs because I am terrified that he is going to yell, color white power. And Bob ain't about to go out like that.